You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening. A two-vehicle crash occurred today, temporarily closing down Basin Ave. News 25 has the details.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
Just after 12 p.m. today, a two-vehicle accident took place at the intersection of Basin Avenue and Humahaka Street. According to the initial report from officers at the scene, a white Honda SUV was traveling eastbound in the number 2 lane on Basin Avenue when a white Dodge Ram truck failed to yield the right-of-way. The truck exited Humahaka Street attempting to make a left-hand turn onto Basin Avenue, resulting in a collision. Both vehicles sustained minor to major damage. Fortunately, no injuries were reported and the number 2 lane was reopened shortly afterwards.
More news now. In Nevada news, lawmakers have officially kicked off discussions on Assembly Bill 223, a new legislation aimed at holding landlords accountable for the condition of their rental properties.
Nevada lawmakers have officially begun deliberations on Assembly Bill 223, a proposed piece of legislation that seeks to hold landlords accountable for conditions of their rental properties. If this bill passes, the bill will provide a faster legal recourse for renters when landlords fail to address necessary repairs, ensuring that tenants can seek timely court relief. In addition, the legislation strengthens protections against unsafe living conditions and requires landlords to guarantee access to basic utilities for all rental units.
Assembly Bill 223 proposes a number of necessary changes to habitability law, all of which will ensure safer and healthier housing for all Nevada residents. We have all heard the stories from our constituents: black mold, broken air conditioners in the peak heat of summer, water that doesn't run, water that runs brown. Common sense tells us that no one should have to endure those living conditions while paying rent. Tenants facing habitability issues shouldn't face a lightning-fast summary eviction with nowhere to go and an unwarranted eviction on their record when they only expect a habitable home. But our current laws put people in that untenable position. AB 223 allows tenants to be proactive in resolving unsafe living conditions. It does this in 3 main ways. First, it removes vague terms like adequately and materially, eliminating arbitrary decisions in eviction cases. It removes language that has allowed loopholes that don't require unsafe conditions to actually be fixed. Second, AB 223 allows tenants to pay reduced rent when a landlord fails to comply with habitability laws. Third, and most importantly, it empowers tenants to file a verified complaint if they are forced to live in an uninhabitable condition but have not yet been taken to eviction court. In many cases today, the only way to get in front of a judge is at the request of the landlord. So this additional avenue will allow those cases access to our court system while in unsafe conditions.
Examples of unsafe living conditions include structural issues, health hazards, electrical hazards, plumbing problems, heat and cooling issues, fire hazards, overcrowding, and security risks. This bill marks a significant step towards improving rental standards and safeguarding tenants' rights here in Nevada.
More news now. The Board of County Commissioners has approved the design project of a proposed civic community center here in Pahrump. And here is a look at what the board, county officials, and community members have to say about this proposal.
During the February 19th Board of County Commissioners meeting, the board took a significant step towards the development of a new civic community center, approving the agreement with the Corte Company for the design build of the facility. The agreement, valued at $581,343, covers the design, pre-construction, and fees for this project.
First phase of this is the design. The design's important because without a design, we can't figure out what it's actually going to cost to determine if we've set aside enough funds or if we would have to do more fundraising. So this is just kind of the step one to even figure out if it's a feasible project to move forward with at this time.
The anticipated timeline for the design phase is set to be completed by August 2025, with the construction phase projected to be completed by June of 2026.
There were 3 words out of 400 pages of the audit. No predictable issues. I have 3. Funding sources, the management contracted with the coalition, and the VEA.
I'm requesting this to be part of the public record. It is time for this monstrosity of a money pit to be stopped once and for all. In fact, if this project does continue, I'm in favor of naming it TMP for the Money Pit. Perhaps you remembered Adventure Springs. This was a project brought forth around 14 years ago that Pahrump Town Board was smart enough to understand it wasn't affordable. I just don't see where we're going to get the money to actually do the whole thing, was one of the astute town board members' assessment. Of course, they spent several $100,000 on the proposal, which ended on the growing heap of taxpayer dollars wasted on a project too big and too expensive to ever come to fruition.
Our county/town of Pahrump, we're in dire need of road repair, manned fire stations, storm drainage mitigation, and I'm not even going to go on, there's a lot more. So much so that it's investing a drop in a bucket of what is ultimately cost to close what I would think would be, if you really add up all the costs for this fairground, we're looking at $500,000. The Civic Center/Community Center, Civic Center, as I've pointed out previously, is a communist construct, so it hurts me to even hear people call it anything like that.
This item passed 3-1-1 with Commissioner Ian Bain not placing a vote.
We have a motion on the floor and a second. If there's no further discussion, let's vote.
Thank you. Aye.
Nay. Jawor's aye.
Boskich, aye. That passes 3-1-1 again, right?
Interesting. So,
3-1-1.
Commissioner, why is it you're not voting?
As I said before, this is not my vision. It's not really an attack on the whole thing. I just don't know what I want there because it's not my vision. So it's more of a defer, and that's why I'm not voting. It's just a deferring. Like, if you want this plan versus another plan, who am I to say I don't want this plan if I didn't support it? So in the event that it failed, we may have, I don't know if we have liquidated damages if we backed out of this contract or some other, penalty. I may consider that and change that. But as long as the votes are there, I don't see a point in me voting for something when I don't. It's just not my vision.
More local stories coming up, sports, and your ever-changing weather forecast. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25 on this Wednesday. I'm Chris Palermo. Good Springs is only a short drive from Las Vegas, but offers another world into the history of Old Nevada, while the location is now a gaming phenomenon. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent, Maria Centers, now joins us from the county ghost town.
Tony, you've seen it all here at the Pioneer Saloon. Why should everybody come here who hasn't yet?
Oh, it's a great place. It's the oldest tavern in southern Nevada. We've been around since 1913. It's the crazy, wild, wild west. The bartenders out here sport knives on their belts and pretty much no hold bars when it comes to a good time out in the middle of nowhere.
And this property is indeed a historical landmark here in the Silver State.
That is correct. We are most known for the Carol Lombard and Clark Gable connection. This was the hub of the search and rescue many years ago when Carol Lombard's plane went down 11 miles from here at Mount Potosi.
Good Springs, Nevada is a beloved ghost town, but there's also a lot of life going on here in the general store and the Pioneer Saloon. Colleen, you do it all. Why should everybody come to Good Springs, Nevada and check it out for themselves?
Well, we have amazing milkshakes loaded to the rim, full of all sorts of goodies. We have all of our crazy specialty sodas. We have tons of Fallout souvenirs.
The younger generation has fallen in love with Good Springs.
Absolutely. I have people come from all over the world. I've had people from Belgium, Switzerland. We are known to the younger generation for the game Fallout, New Vegas. The Pioneer Saloon is actually the start of the game.
So what goes on here on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's almost like being at a house party. We don't even have a kitchen on site. It's actually in the building next to us. All of our burgers and our food is grilled on an outside grill. We smoke our own meats.
And it's haunted. It's a creepy place to come.
Why is it haunted? Give us a real example.
There is a little boy who runs around in here who likes to chase you and poke at you and pull on your shirts and your aprons. Ruby was originally murdered here and then drug over to the bathroom, and that's where she haunts, but she is around here sometimes. We've seen milkshake cups go flying across the counter. We've had candy fly off all of these walls. All those stacked right there has been completely pushed. Not like it just tipped over, just like flung across the room. So it's kind of a creepy, fun place to be.
One of the most unique things that I like about it is the owner here, who is nicknamed Old Man Liver, makes his own whiskey and also his own beer.
And the orange cream soda can't be beat.
For sure. That is another draw for people. And we also have sarsaparilla, and we have Nuka-Cola that is a favorite of the Fallout fans.
When things get crazy here, like our big Fallout event, all of the community comes together and helps us here so we don't get trampled by all the people.
And how has this video game changed this place?
Oh, it has changed it in so many ways. All the fans that come out here, I've had fans that just cry because they've played this video game for so many years, and now they come here and it's like a real life place to them.
Great story, Maria. Looks like we'll have to check that place out. The Vegas Golden Knights lost by 1 to the Pittsburgh Penguins last night. News 25 sports reporter Mikey Ruhan has all the details in today's sports report.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights in Pittsburgh on Tuesday evening taking on the Penguins. Pittsburgh on the power play. Nobody paying attention to one of the best players in the world, Sidney Crosby. 1-0 Penguins. Let's head over to the second period. Sidney Crosby skates on in. 2-0. Still in the second period. Vegas Golden Knights on the power play. Hanifin to Dorofeev. 2-1. Bring it in. 10 seconds left in the game. Empty net for Vegas. Hanifin ties it with 6 seconds left. And that forces overtime. Malkin to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson wins it. Vegas gets a point. VGK plays CBJ, Columbus Blue Jackets, tomorrow evening. The Pahrump Valley High School baseball team hit the cover off the ball, defeating Democracy Prep 18-1 on Monday. Their record so far is 10-2-1 for the year. The Trojans have outscored their opponents 133-35 through 13 games and are now 5-1 on the road. Pahrump Valley Little League opening day is March 15th, 8:30 a.m. Teams gather on the field. 9 a.m. the ceremony begins. Color Guard Boy Scouts National Anthem by Daniel Lovelace. Little League Pledge, Parents Pledge, and then the first pitch. The Las Vegas Aces start their postseason on May 6th. They welcome the Phoenix Mercury. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Coming up this Saturday, it's a fun-filled event for a great cause. The Doghouse Rescuers are hosting their bowling tournament at Pahrump Nugget Lanes from noon to 4. It's a chance to strike up some friendly competition while supporting a local rescue organization.
The Doghouse Rescuers Bowling Tournament is set for Saturday, March 15th from noon to 4 p.m. at Pahrump Nugget Lanes. $25 per adult and $15 for ages 8 to 17. Ages 7 and under play for free with a paying adult. Includes 2 games and shoe rentals. The Doghouse Rescue of Pahrump organization consists of volunteers who live throughout Pahrump's various communities. Their primary focus is finding lost, dumped, or injured animals in hopes of keeping them safe. Reunification is always the goal. However, all cases are not created equal. The Doghouse Rescuers of Pahrump secondary programs are aimed at the pet's health and return to owners programs. Lastly, they aim to focus on spay and neuter education and microchip importance and GPS and electronic identification of animals within the community. For more information about Doghouse Rescuers of Pahrump, visit dawghouserescuersofpahrump.com.
And the annual chili cook-off is coming. We'll let you know when and where you're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. There's a real spicy story for you. The annual chili cook-off is coming up next weekend, and News 25 spoke with Oliver Jones about the plans cooking up for next weekend.
The Pahrump Chili Cook-Off is going to be March 21st through 23rd at Petrick Park. All the fun pops off at 4 p.m. We're going to have a chicken wing eating contest and live music throughout the evening. Saturday, we open at 10 a.m. The chili tasting starts at 11. Please get there as soon as possible because the chili will run out, people. The chili will run out. We got a lot of fun activities planned all day, especially for the kids. We're having a drag race with Power Wheels, lots of fun games and stuff. We're having a beer chug for the adults, pepper eating contests, live music throughout the day. Sunday, all day, we're having a huge car show, so make sure you make it out to that. For more information, you can go to PahrumpChiliCookoff.com or you can follow us on Facebook, Pahrump Chili Cook-Off.
And a rising star from Las Vegas is making waves on American Idol. Samoan talent Isaiah Misagalu took the stage and captivated judges with his powerful rendition of A Song for You, earning high praise for his incredible voice and heartfelt performance. Tonight, we take a closer look at Isaiah's journey and the stunning audition that has everyone talking.
Isaiah Misagalu, 17, who goes to Sierra Vista High School in Las Vegas, where he plays sports and is involved in the Polynesian Club, auditioned for American Idol. Isaiah took a chance and auditioned with his uncle Luigi playing guitar while singing Donny Hathaway's Song for You.
'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing a song to you. 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing a song to you.
Woo! I'm talking about Samoan smooth.
That's what I'm talking
about.
His audition gave him a ticket to Hollywood, and he now moves to the next round. From KPVM TV, good luck, Isaiah.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
The Lerner and Rowe weather cam right outside of the studios here in Pahrump, Charleston. Now, we are going to get some snow. If you're going to elevations, let's say 7,000 feet or over, like through the mountain pass, be careful. And the winds are picking up, rain coming in. Miss Roselle has your forecast.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Rory Rosell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and taking a look at Nevada right up in northern Nevada for at least 62 degrees.
Fallon seeing 65, Carson City at 57, Tonopah and Goldfield are both sitting at 50 degrees, Beatty at 61, Amargosa at 66, Las Vegas 1 degree lower at 65 degrees, and Death Valley seeing 79 degrees. But here in the beautiful paradise of Pahrump, we are seeing quite a bit of clouds today with a cloud cover, no sun showing in, and it's currently 62 degrees. The high today was 64, wind blowing south at 20 miles per hour, humidity 41%, and the sun rose this morning at 6:58 and is setting tonight at 6:49 p.m., the humidity raises up to 55%, and the wind continues to blow south-southeast at 18 miles per hour. That low tonight is going to be 47 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, especially since tomorrow we are seeing quite a bit of wind and rain at 53 degrees. Friday, the sun does come back at 51 degrees. Saturday and Sunday is going to be quite nice at 61 and 68 degrees. And then on St. Patrick's Day on Monday, we're seeing quite a bit of wind also on Tuesday, but we're staying at 69 and then 58 degrees, and go back up into the 60s on Wednesday when we lose that wind. Have a nice sunny day at 63 degrees. Make sure to stay dry tomorrow, everybody. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Roselle. Well, like I said, the wind is picking up. We'll pick up. Hold on to your hat. Maybe hold off on that car wash. You'll get a free one tomorrow. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.